It was Shreyas and Sahitya's wedding anniversary. One good thing was that it was a Saturday. Everyone was in a celebration mood. Even if the party ended late, there was no possibility of any problem with the next day's work. On the other hand, if they left late on Sunday night, everything would be left awkward. They were afraid of Monday blues. Akash and Sangeeta had made all the arrangements for the party. Abhilasha and Maruti also discussed. They had said that they would come and join in the morning. The program they had made was that everyone would finish lunch at home and go out for dinner. In this way, everyone would spend time together. Shreyas and Sahitya were eager to spend time with their children. Akash lived with his wife Sangeeta and daughter Sanjana. Daughter Abhilasha lived in Nagarbavi with her husband Maruti and son Kiran. Even though they were in Bengaluru, they could not meet up face to face. The son, daughter-in-law, daughter and son-in-law were all employees. Everyone's camaraderie was very good. When everyone got together, it felt like a grand reunion, a festival. Although everyone was trying to pull each other's legs, no one felt bad about it. Shreyas and Sahitya were having fun with the children. At 12 o'clock, Abhilasha, Maruti, and Kiran arrived with them. Everyone hugged their parents with love as they arrived. Abhilasha had brought a lot of snacks and gifts with her. Both Sanjana and Kiran were engrossed in playing. A meal was ordered from outside. Daughter-in-law Sangeeta had prepared kheer and yogurt, keeping in mind the interest of her mother-in-law. Everyone ate them while praising them. While eating, his son-in-law Maruti said with great respect, "Your married life is an ideal for us. We have never seen you arguing. The bond between you two is so strong. My parents fight a lot. They should learn a lot from you." Then Maruti interrupted Abhilasha and said, "It would have been better if she had been taught a little. She fights a lot with me. At first I felt like fighting with her." Abhilasha looked at him lovingly and said, "Stop lying like that. Have I ever fought with you? No, you are lying." Sangeeta also said, "Yes, you are right. The closeness between mother-in-law and father-in-law is very rare. They pay a lot of attention to each other. They understand each other's thoughts without saying anything. Akash doesn't remember any of my words. How nice it would be if he too was as caring as his mother-in-law." She tried to pull her husband's legs. Akash was also not idle. Seeing that he was lying, he pretended to be embarrassed and said, "What, Sangeeta, what are we, brother and sister, hearing this? Why should not we tell the truth about our relationship today? How long will we have to listen to their criticism?" He laughed mischievously at Abhilasha. Maruti was surprised and said, "What is the truth? Can't you both tolerate the praise of your parents?" Akash laughed and said, "Get ready, Mom and Dad. We are going to tell your daughter-in-law and son-in-law the secret of your intimacy," he said in a dramatic tone and told Abhilasha, "Okay, you start." "We were young then. Mom and Dad said that I would never be able to be with you. My mom and dad did a very bad thing. They got me married to you." He would grumble that a smart boy like me should marry such a village girl, Abhilasha said with a loud laugh. Hearing what Abhilasha said, Sangeeta and Maruti looked at Shreyas and Sahitya in surprise. Shreyas looked very embarrassed to himself. Sahitya's eyes got wet. Seeing that, Shreyas felt even more embarrassed. Another surprising fact is, every day we felt that mom and dad would leave us alone, but by evening they would leave us as usual, engrossed in their work. Grandma and grandpa had chosen a girl that dad did not like. All the relatives knew whether dad liked mom or not, said Akash. Whenever we went to meet someone, they would ask us, "Does your father still not like your mother? We don't even know what to say about this." And they would praise our mother's character. "Very few people get a girl like your mother, but only our father would express his anger against our mother, saying that you have ruined my life with just one word at home. Our father should have married a modern girl from the city." By the way, our mother was also very educated, but our professor father lived in his own world. We lived in the shadow of the fear of our mother and father's divorce. Akash would sometimes tell me, "Nothing will happen, just watch." I would sometimes tell him, "Everything will be fine tomorrow, don't worry." We would spend one day like this, the other as we thought. Overall, our childhood and youth were spent under the threat of our father. Suddenly, Akash started laughing loudly. Gradually, we grew up. Then we realized that dad only threatened mom with divorce, but he did not have the courage to leave mom. Sangeeta and Maruti looked at Shreyas with anger and said, "Very bad. We knew you for a while. You showed us for a while. The children spent their time in fear of you. I became fans of your intimacy. By the way, why were you threatening?" they asked. Shreyas looked at Sahitya and said, "By the way, it's good that you brought this up today. Today is a very good day," he said. As he was saying this, "Yes, this celebration that gave you children so much trouble is the marriage anniversary celebration," Abhilasha said. "Yes, why did I say that today was a good day? Because today I got my Sahitya." Now everyone started teasing. "Come on, Dad, we won't forget your threats." To be honest, I was wrong then. I was threatening Sahitya with divorce and causing trouble for her. I wanted to marry a modern girl. Since I always lived in the city, I liked city girls. When my parents mentioned Sahitya, I clearly refused. Sahitya's parents had passed away. Her brother was taking care of her. My mother liked Sahitya a lot. I used to tell her that I would run away from the wedding hall, but I didn't play in front of my father. When Sahitya held my hand, I took out of my anger on her. The way she handled our family of seven, everyone seemed to forget about me. Everyone was praising Sahitya. They were openly appreciating her qualities. But my anger was not diminishing. Gradually, the way she was taking over my heart made me become her fan. When Akash was born, I thought everything would be fine, but I was the only one who had not changed. Then I used to tell Sahitya, "Let them all grow up a little, then I will divorce you." And when Abhilasha was born, I used to say the same things. I used to talk about you staying with your mother in the village. On the one hand, my children were growing up, on the other hand, my sisters were reaching marriageable age. Sahitya was doing her responsibility wholeheartedly. She kept securing her place in my heart. But I was so bad that I never stopped threatening Sahitya. She alone did not listen to anything and focused her mind on her studies. Thus, she completed her PhD. Within a few months, she also started working in a college. At that time, my mind was so ashamed that I did not even have the courage to ask her for forgiveness. I was so ashamed till now. That is why I called this day a good day. And today I am showing the courage to apologize to you, all of you. Children, I behaved very badly towards you too. I hurt your childish minds by threatening you with divorce. For that, Sahitya, Akash, and Abhilasha, please forgive me. Sangeeta's mother in law looked at Sahitya and said, "Tell me something, mother in law." Sahitya took a deep breath and began to say, "Initially, I was very shocked when he told me, 'I don't like you.' At that time, I had no mother or father, and my brother loved me very much, and he got me married to him. If I had told my problems in front of my brother, he would have been very sad. So I didn't tell anyone about my problems. I thought that everything would get better with time, and it did. After you both were born, I saw a different side of him. He used to give you both a lot of love. He would play with you both for a long time after coming home from college. From what I noticed, he would often threaten divorce whenever he was in front of his parents or when he came home. When I was alone, his behavior was never bad. He would respond to all my needs immediately. He loved us all deep down. I felt like he could not live without us. All his threats were fake. He did this to show his anger towards his parents. All he had in mind was anger that he married me against his will, didn't listen to their opinion, and imposed his decision directly. I realized that life is not that difficult. I had a habit of reading. He used to bring me books. He used to support me a lot. That's why I was able to do my PhD. I used to sit and read until late at night. Sometimes he used to make me tea and almond milk. The next day, when my parents came to visit, they would start the divorce story again in front of him. But I had tasted the taste of his silent love, so his threat of divorce had no effect on me. Sahitya laughed. Shreyas looked at his wife in surprise and asked, "Did you never worry about this?" "No, of course not," Sahitya said, smiling. Akash and Abhilasha looked at each other. Then Akash said, "See, Abhilasha, after hearing his story, we had to spend our childhood in fear. Maybe we think we are fools. The weight of fear of our fate, if mom and dad divorced, was always hanging over our heads. We have discussed so many times if there is a divorce, who should be with mom and who should be with dad. We used to remember the court scenes in movies. Mom and dad, you have committed a big crime. Your threats had a very bad effect on our childhood." Shreyas now said in a serious tone, "Yes, children, I agree with this. I behaved very badly with you. I had no idea what effect my threats would have on your young minds, children," Abhilasha said mischievously while laughing. "When Amma realized that your threats were affecting us, she sat us down one day and told us that this anger of yours was a drama to show to Grandma and Grandpa. She told us that there would be no divorce. Then we relaxed a bit." Shreyas also smiled and said in a dramatic tone, "So my empty threats were not affecting anyone and I thought I was a great hero," he said. Maruti looked at Sangeeta and said, "Sangeeta, Akash and Abhilasha, if someone is threatening you, don't take it seriously. We have a brave father-in-law who can threaten us too. But another thing is also true. The bond between you two is amazing. One of you has been threatening us all your life. The other has listened to it in 1 year and let it go in the other. Too bad. Both of you spent your childhood being threatened." The entire house was now engulfed in laughter. Shreyas gave Sahitya an innocent look. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel.